What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love. If you are here and you can hear me clearly, please drop y'all ones in the chat. Please drop y'all ones in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly before we get into today's show. Let me know if y'all can hear me, family. Shout out to everyone in the building, by the way. Shout out to everyone that's coming through. Drop y'all ones in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Okay. Shout out to everyone in the building. I appreciate that. Shout out to all the visionaries. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. Salute to all the visionaries in the building. Shout out to everyone that's coming through. Definitely going to shout you guys out, but make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Like today's show. Also share today's show. Share today's show. Share it on your community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere that you share content. Share today's show. Share today's show. So I'm gonna give some shout outs and then we're gonna get into the show, man. We're gonna get into the show. I'm not gonna be long today, but I definitely wanted to speak to y'all about this, man. So let's get to it. Let's see who's in the building, and we're gonna get to today's show. Peace to the God, Seth Son in the building. Peace, my brother. Shout out to Bob. What up, Bob? What up, Boot Camp? Shout out to Boot Camp on the check-in. Frank Jizza in the building. Peace, my brother. What's up, ES? What's going on? Hey, what's up, Random Woman? What's going on? Shout out to Cuzzo. Salute, Cuzzo. What up, Toya? What up, Toya? What's going on with you? Shout out to my comrade on the pull-up. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Salute, my brother. Salute. Self University. Salute. Shout out to Self University on the check-in. Shout out to Miss Camille. Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you. Glad you was able to catch the show. Shout out to Mark. What up, Mark? Shout out to Mark McJoy. Appreciate that, Bob. Shout out to Bob for starting it off, hitting the super chat. I appreciate it. Appreciate the super sticker, bro. What up, Club Fortune? Shout out to Club Fortune in the building. How you doing, L'Oreal? What's up, L'Oreal? What's going on? Shout out to Aya Thunder. What up, Aya Thunder? Salute to my guy, Tone Malone. Salute. Mr. Please Believe It. Salute. Hey, Miss Mona. Good afternoon to you. Miss Lady. How you doing? Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all see today's show. But before we get into today's show, make sure you catch yesterday's show. If you didn't see yesterday's show, make sure you catch yesterday's show. As I said, we're going to be doing more shows like yesterday's show, man. Today's show. Thank you, Miss Camille. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Check out yesterday's show if you missed yesterday's show. If you missed yesterday's show, there's the link to yesterday's show. Miss Camille dropped it in the chat. So make sure y'all check out yesterday's show after today's show. Make sure you check out after today's show. Shout out to you, bro. Today's show. Once the conversation changes, so does the relationship. Now, I'm going to ask y'all in the chat before we get into the show. I'm going to ask y'all, do y'all agree with that? Or do y'all disagree? Do y'all disagree or agree with the topic? Do y'all agree with that statement? Or do y'all disagree with that statement? I'm going to ask y'all first before we get into it. Do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? Does it depend? It depends on the situation. It depends on the person. Sound off in the chat room. Sound off in the chat room. And the ladies, y'all could chime in too. Y'all in the chat room. So, y'all chime in too. Do y'all agree or do y'all disagree with that statement? Once the conversation changes, so does the relationship. Oh boy. Oh man. Okay. Self University says, I agree. Bro says, yeah. I don't know. So I guess you agree. I guess you agree, huh, Toya? Is it safe to say you agree? Mr. Please Believe It says, I agree 100%. Bob says, yeah, he agrees. Shout out to my guy, Joel Benjamin. What up, Joel? How you been, bro? Camille says, yes, it can. He agrees. Okay. Okay, Joel agrees too. So Toya does agree. Okay. 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 So we getting somewhere. So we getting somewhere. So with that being said, right? Yes, we gotta disagree. We have a disagree. Yes. Mona says disagree. I don't have to like everything someone says to love on them. Okay. 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 Joel says he agrees. Okay. So why, when the relationship goes wrong, what are some of the most common things that you hear? You hear things like, you're not the same. You don't have time for me anymore. We don't talk no more. Aren't those some of the things that are said? The question is the topic, KR. It's once the conversation changes, so does the relationship. Do you agree or disagree with that statement? Shout out to my brother, the underrated darkness in the building. Camille says conversation could change things for the better. Yep. Yep. But usually, there's a what? When a relationship breaks down, there's a breakdown in what? Communication. Communication. There's a breakdown in communication. And there's a breakdown in communication because there's something lacking in the conversation department. Right? Someone wants to talk, the other one doesn't. Someone wants to listen, the other one doesn't. These are all things dealing with conversation. These are all things dealing with conversation. Salute, Joel. As always, man. You know how we do. Keep doing your thing over there too, bro. I'm gonna definitely have to get with you on a financial tip, on the stock options and all of that. Right? There's that's what usually happens. But let's go back a little bit. Before we get there, let's go back. Let's go back to when things are good. Let's go back there. Things are great. Everything's going fine. You know, what y'all call it, the honeymoon stage of the relationship. That's what y'all call it, right? The honeymoon stage. Everything's going great. Right? You feel like you could talk to him about anything. You know, everything's just going fine. And then after the honeymoon phase, things start getting a little sketchy. Or things begin to get a little sketchy to you because y'all are not having as much fun as y'all used to. Right? It's this is why they call it the honeymoon phase. Because you know, after the honeymoon phase is when the work begins in a relationship. You see? This is when the work has to come into play. The work. After the honeymoon phase, usually, right? And y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Y'all let me know if y'all agree or disagree. After the honeymoon phase, the conversation changes. The type of conversations that y'all were having before, y'all are no longer having. See, it's no longer just conversations about where we going to go and travel to. You see? The honeymoon phase is over. See that? Now it's time to build. So the conversation changes. Follow me. And ladies, if you've never been with a guy who was about building, you're going to learn something today. See, the conversation is going to change. See, it's not going to just be about vacations. See, we passed that. Clubbing, going out, eating out every weekend, going here, going there, staying up, doing this, doing that. See, that stuff stops at a point in a relationship. It stops. It's supposed to slow down. after the honeymoon phase. This is why a lot of relationships don't last past the honeymoon phase. This is why a lot of women don't never want the honeymoon phase to go away. You see? And this is how a lot of times you women shortchange yourself because you want to stay in the play stage with a man. You want to stay in the stages where y'all just playing and having fun. You want to stay in that stage for the rest of your life. That's not reality. You're never going to accomplish or build nothing with a man staying in the honeymoon phase. You see that? You see? But this is why the conversation changes, because y'all are now moving out of the honeymoon phase. If you were with a guy who's serious about you and serious about what he wants to do with you, y'all are going to always have these types of conversations. Y'all are going to always have these interactions where it's the conversation is going to have more depth to it. You see? You see? And as men, this is why our vetting process is important. See, because if you still have a shitty vetting process, your conversation is never going to change with her. You see? Your conversation's never going to change. And being that your conversation's never going to change, the results won't. The results from the relationship won't. You always get the same shit you've been getting because you are interfacing the same way. And you don't even know you getting the same woman because how you're communicating. You're getting actually what you want. This is why a proper vetting process is important. See, because when you're vetting this woman outside of sex, y'all are having different types of conversation. Those different types of conversation is what actually builds the relationship. Those types of conversations is what's supposed to build her trust level for you and your trust level for her. It's those conversations. It's not going on a goddamn boat ride, going on cruises and shopping, and that doesn't develop anything significant. And as men, we have to stop believing that shit. That don't build nothing of significance. Being able to pay for fun and always have that shit doesn't build anything of significance. That is what we call a throwaway relationship. That's a good time. That's not a relationship. That's a good time. That's all that is. And I'm not saying it like, she's just a good time. That whole situation, that's what that whole situation is. And as men, we have to stop fooling ourselves and thinking that it's something else. And you'll know what it is based on those levels of conversation she wants to delve in with you. See, when you want to have a different level of conversation and she trying to avoid it and trying to bring back and talk about some other shit, you should know right then and there the type of woman you're dealing with. You should know. She's not built for a relationship because she doesn't want to have the conversation. that makes relationships meaningful. You have to have those conversations. You see, if all she want to talk about is where she want to go and where she want to eat, that's a good time. That's not a relationship, bro. Don't waste your time with that shit. Do not waste your time and waste your life with a good time, because you can always have a good time. You can always have a good time. But don't turn a good time into a lifetime of bad decisions. And that's what a lot of us brothers have done. We start chasing after the good time with them. Oh, well, they want to have a good time, so I'm going to sponsor the good time. I'm going to be the good time. And all that good time, you wasting real time as a man. You wasting real time as a man. Sitting here playing with her. Because that's all it is. It's a good time. So she just want to play. It's playing. It's playing. And it's up to us as men to involve ourselves with it. We don't have to. A lot of shit we choose to deal with that we don't. That we don't have to deal with. And then we make them into complaints. But we don't have to deal with that shit. Because if I know that our conversation is always going to stay on this level, then I know how serious to take you. See, as men, we got to understand this. What up, Primo? You see that? And if she's not even willing to have the conversation, how's she gonna last in a relationship? How is she gonna last in a relationship? You see? And see, a lot of these women today, they don't like to have these conversations because they think they're unnecessary. This is how less they think of themselves and how less they look at men. They don't think that these conversations are even relevant. Why are we talking about this? Because I want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about you. What I want you to do is I want you to listen to something. I want you to listen. You see, this is why you put these conversations out there too, brothers. You got to know what you're dealing with. You have to know what you're dealing with. You have to know who you're dealing with. And the first way you can tell is through conversation. It's through those conversations that are about shit that don't got nothing to do with sex, money, and none of that bullshit or materialism. See, once you start having in-depth conversations, conversations that's not about anything dealing in vanity. This is where you can see who you really dealing with, who you really talking to, who's really listening to you. What up, Dion? You see? You see? You have to be able to do this. So as men, if your conversation is always low level, what do you expect to deal with? And if you see that she's running from these conversations and you choose to still deal with her, then that's on you. Then that's on you. Because if she not, If she's not built for a serious conversation, how is she built for a serious relationship? Can y'all answer that? Can y'all put that in the chat room? If she's not ready to have a serious conversation, how is she ready for a serious relationship? Why would you put yourself at risk of having children by this woman? She can't even sit down and have a serious conversation. Think about this, fellas. She starts stuttering when it's not about nothing about bullshit. She get the can we talk about something else? She start getting anxiety because you're not talking about silly stuff. You're not talking about things that she can directly relate to. See, when you change the conversation, right? Now the neurons got to start firing off. See that? See, a lot of these women will tell you, oh, I like a smart man. I like a man to challenge me. No, they don't. No, they don't. See, because a man that'll make them think, what they try to do to that man is they try to sexually make him submissive. They try to get him all wrapped up all in her sex so he could shut up, so he don't talk. See, they don't like smart dudes. A lot of these women don't like smart dudes. If you like smart dudes, that means you like to have conversations. That means you like to read. And I'm not talking about the coldest winter ever. That means you like to read shit. If you like a smart man, you like to read, you like to write, you know how to write. You see, you're educated because you like an educated man. A lot of y'all don't. Because as soon as he get to talking, can what are you talking about? See that? Pay attention to that, fellas. Because that brain is malfunctioning because the conversation done changed. You done turned up the watts. Excuse me, the megahertz. You done turned that up. You done turned up the frequency because the conversation done changed. See, it ain't about her butt. It ain't about her thighs. It ain't about when the last time she had sex. It ain't about that. And when it ain't about that, they start doing this. Grasping for straws. They start grasping for straws. So you got to pay attention to this. Because see, if you in a relationship with a woman like this is when shit is going to change. And this happens after the honeymoon stage. Because see, after the honeymoon stage, now you figure, okay, I'm going to take her serious now. And this is when a man conversation changes, when he take you serious. This is how you should notice that, ladies. You should know that. You see that? But see, a lot of y'all don't even realize when a man take y'all serious. You think he take you serious when he come put some money in your hand. That's when you think he take you serious. Mm-hmm. No, you don't. Niggas buy favor all day. Niggas buy favor. See that? He take you serious when the conversation begins to level up. See? When the conversation levels up. Right. See that? That's when you can say, oh, well, this guy he must like me because he wants to know more about me. He want to know more. I ain't never talked to a dude about that. See, this is when you could find that out, ladies. But you have to be present to do that instead of sitting around present looking for presents. But you can't even see that this man showed up himself and he's showing you that he actually like you. That he actually, notice what I said, that he actually likes you. See, listen to what I said. He actually likes you. See, a lot of y'all women don't even understand what I just said. This is why I keep saying it so you can hear it. He actually likes you. He actually likes you. Yeah, the person you don't know, the person that you afraid to show him entirely, yeah, he actually likes you. But you don't think he likes you. You don't even think he likes you. Because you can't recognize when he likes you or not. Because you don't realize that a man likes you. When a man likes you, he's gonna want to know more about you outside of the bedroom. See that? Because see, listen, the bedroom stuff, that's a given. That's a given. Two attractive adults, y'all both attract. That's gonna happen eventually. See that? But if I like you, I'm not worried about that because I know that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. I'm attracted to you, you attracted to me. That's human. That's nothing. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to stress that. You see? But see, a lot of y'all don't recognize this when the conversation changes. A lot of y'all think the opposite. Shout out to my brother Pole Boy Films in the building. Salute. What up? Let me put the tip in. He says, I fell for that for years. They make you feel bad for their lack of understanding. Absolutely. Absolutely. And a lot of times it's not their lack of understanding, it's their lack of willingness. It's their lack of willingness. They're not willing. You see? This is why they avoid the conversation, because the conversation is the precursor. This is why when the conversation changes, so does the relationship. Either you begin to look at her different, she begins to look at you different. The conversation changed. So now you looking at her funny because you think she expect more out of you than what she said initially. So now you looking at her funny. Like, damn, you want all that? Damn, I gotta have all of that. And and that happens with her. Oh, damn, he's serious. Oh, I just thought I thought we was just gonna be friends. Oh, you coming on too fast. See that? Once the conversation changes, so does the relationship. See? See, because if the relationship is not going to change, then you must be willing to make adjustments. And you only make adjustments for people you like. You see? You only make adjustments for people you like. You see? You don't make you if it's about convenience, you ain't gonna be doing too much adjusting. You ain't gonna be you're not gonna be too flexible. You see? Not gonna be too flexible. Because it got real, you wasn't ready. Absolutely. Absolutely. And how you know when it get real? When the conversation change. When the conversation changes. When the line of questioning changes. That's when you know. That's when you know. This is why you hear most people saying today they don't want people asking them questions. This is why you hear people saying what they're saying about relationships, about family, and all of that stuff today. It's why people are saying all of this low-level crap about it. Because the conversation alone scares them. Just the conversation, it scares them. It scares them. You see? Because see, let me ask you something, fellas, and then I'm gonna ask the ladies this question. What happens when you find the woman you always wanted? Huh? What if you meet her today? What if you meet the woman you always wanted today? You get her number, y'all start talking. What's the first thing you gonna do? Huh? Be honest, fellas. Be honest. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna do the same shit you did with all the women that you really didn't want. That's what you're gonna do. See why conversation is important? You see why vetting her outside of the bedroom is important? You see why vetting yourself, nigga, is important. Be real with yourself. Because see, what if you meet her tomorrow? You're going to do her the same way you did Sharkeisha. Hit and run. And then you're going to act like you want to be in a relationship knowing you done scarred this girl. But you think she going to get over it like Sharkeisha did. No, nigga, that's a different woman. See, Sharkeisha was used to that. That girl you just scarred like that, she not used to that, nigga. But you couldn't see that. But you couldn't see that. Because you like to vet with your penis and not with your brain. Nigga. This is why you don't like to have those conversations. This is why you can't talk about nothing. And every time she want to talk about going to a museum or something about history or something, you want to talk about ESPN. When she want to change the conversation, you start yawning, nigga. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You get tired, don't you, nigga? Start stretching. Yeah. Because that shit she talking about sitting real uncomfortable in your spirit. Now your back hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now you're thinking in your mind like, damn, I'm gonna have to stop lying. I'm gonna have to stop lying. Oh, damn, he really do like me. Damn. Oh, man. Y'all niggas don't be doing that? What up, Cartel? Y'all don't be doing that? Hmm? Hmm? Because, see, let me say this, fellas. Y'all think these women don't be vetting us? Y'all think these women don't vet? You think these women don't vet you? They do. They do. Now, we could get up here and talk about their vetting process, but they could do the same thing about ours, nigga. Oh, they have a shitty vetting process, DS1. Hello, nigga. How about yours? Huh? Oh, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, they do. And so do we, Club Fortune. And so do we. And so do we. Last time I checked, don't Suki Hana got like 5 or 6 kids? Huh? Last time I checked, ain't she with Umar Johnson now? Last time I checked, we do too. You know why? Because we don't pay attention to the importance of conversation. Conversation. We try to do everything to avoid conversation. Oh, we don't need, oh, we already talked about that. Oh, I thought we knew about that. Oh, really? Oh. But when you, oh, well, I forgot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see why we should have had the conversation? You see? You see why there's a proper way to do shit? Yeah. Yeah. Boot camp says, DS1, I was just saying something different other than going, straight in and and at it just still didn't work. I think they wanted sex and you're trying. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Of course. And I agree with that. I agree with that. This is why I'm saying once the conversation changes, so does the relationship. See, a lot of you guys be, I know y'all be going to the dating coaches and shout out to them, and y'all be asking them questions that are like really, I'm not gonna say basic, but if you just put some thought into it, a lot of you guys could figure this stuff out on your own. But y'all have to have the courage, right? And this is something the dating coaches can't give you. They can only give you information, just like me. I can't give you the courage. I can motivate you, but I can't put the courage in you. I can't put the bravery in you. But you have to be courageous enough to change the conversation. Just change the conversation. If you want something different. Now, if you don't want nothing different, keep doing what you've been doing, brother. Salute. Salute. But if you saying you want some, you got to change the conversation, bro. And when you change the conversation, for a lot of women, they look at that as a challenge. For a lot of women, they look at that as a challenge. Some women will become more intrigued. Some women will lose interest. The ones that lose interest, those are the ones that didn't make the cut. What cut is that, DS1? That sounds misogynistic. You didn't make the vetting process, ma'am. You didn't make it past the first tee. Time. Because I got to talk to you. See that? That's part of spending time. Talk. Conversation. And if we're not having sex, why are we talking about sex? See, fellas, you gotta dare. You gotta dare to do something different to get a different result. But if you horny master flex and you can't chill, then that's what you're gonna pursue. And if those are the results you get, and then the woman you get from that comes out and shows herself, you cannot be upset. Because you vetted for what you wanted. And you got it. See? See? The conversation. The conversation. Dare to change the conversation. Not as a test. Don't do it as a test, bro. Do it because you're looking for a certain type of woman. Understand what you in this for. If you in it for sex, this is the wrong conversation for you. Okay? If y'all catch this video on a replay and y'all in y'all bachelor stage and y'all not really thinking about relationships and y'all really think that stuff is a waste of time and all of that, this is not the stream. This is not, matter of fact, this is not the channel, my brother. This is not the channel. Okay? You're not going to come here and you might have to go holler at my man Cuda. Player Talk Radio. If you still in the player stage, which I think if you in your 30s, you shouldn't be in no player stage. But if you are, go holler at my man DJ Cuda, Player Talk Radio. Go holler at my man Sir Ism. Go get that ism. You know, because you still in player stage. You still in what ism call it? Mac mode. You know, you still the macaroni. So you got to go see Uncle Ism for that. This is not the place for that. You know. And shout out to my bros. Shout out to them brothers, man. But that's not, that's not the vibe over here. What up, brother Love? Man, it's all good, man. Y'all know how we do. You know how we do, boot camp. You know how we do, bro. You know? But once the conversation changes, so does the relationship. This ever happened to y'all fellas? Everything was going good. Everything was going good. Everything was going good. Everything. And then, as soon as you start talking about different stuff and, discussing other stuff that you want to do and what you really about and all of that, she start pulling back. She start giving you short answers. Oh, for real? That's nice. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Really? See, See, when you get that, see, that's uninterested shit. She ain't interested in what you're talking about. She ain't interested. She not interested in you talking about the Cold War. She don't want to hear that. Oh, what? That's what happened? Oh, for real? Oh, oh, wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, she's not interested. Bro said, I hate that shit. Yeah, I know. Me too. But guess what, bro? But guess what? Guess what? We got one better now. We got one better now. Guess what? Block it. Remember that? That you hit that block button. See that? Oh, the conversation. Oh, this is how you get when the conversation change? Block. Bloque in Spanish. Bloque. Block her ass. Because guess what? She's a waste of time. She a waste of time. You know why? Because she's just a good time. And if you a man that's not just there for a good time, but for a long time, don't let her waste your time, nigga. Bloque. Bloque. You start talking about business proposals and business plans and writing business plans and shit like she, oh. Bloque. She has no ways of assisting you. No ways of assisting you outside of the bedroom. Block. Goodbye. I'm a grown man. I'm not a teenage boy. Block. Block. I don't need to be stimulated by you that bad. Block. Huh. Really? Block it. Because guess what? The relationship done changed. The relationship done changed because the conversation changed. This is when you could tell if somebody will ever be committed to you. Are they willing to have certain conversations? If you looking for commitment, fellas, shout out to my guy Truth as I know it. If you looking for a family building warrior woman, and she can't have certain levels of conversation, block it, block, block. I don't care. Okay. Let me be specific before I say that. I do care about your education level. But if you can't think your way out of a wet paper bag, block it. If you went and got educated and lost your identity as a black woman and who you supposed to be to your family, block. I don't care if you got a goddamn doctorate degree and you make $250,000 a year. Block. Because you can't help me. You wouldn't even like me. Because you wouldn't like the level of conversation I had. You always be like this. This is all you be doing every time I'm talking. This nigga think he know the word. What? This nigga think you can't tell my nigga nothing. Block. Block. See, because those are women who intimidated because you know something. Because they used to dealing with dummies that they got to direct to the goddamn gas station. See? And when you know something and now you could talk, you can have conversation because you got something in your brain. Now you think you know everything. See, that's the sign of her used to dealing with dumb niggas. Block. Don't waste your time. Block it. Don't even waste your time. Don't even let her get used to something new because she ain't gonna know how to treat it. She ain't gonna know how to treat it. I know that personally. She ain't gonna know how to treat it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. She used to read the menu for a nigga. What you want to eat? Like he a little ass boy. And if she don't read the menu, he ordering hamburgers and fries. Yeah, one of them niggas. Now you know something. You got something up under your cap. She intimidated. So you got to stop dealing with them type of women. Women who are intellectually inferior to you because she can't have a conversation. You got to leave them alone. Block it. Because the time outside of the bedroom with you will be very minimal. You ain't gonna want to go to no library. If we go to the library, you're gonna be in there looking at zoo books. Yeah. You're gonna be in there, you're gonna be in there looking at shit like that. You're gonna be over there in the kids section, in the goddamn fictional book section. That's where you're gonna be. Block. Why? She ain't built for no conversation. So what type of relationship is it ever gonna be? It's gonna be some remedial shit. Y'all gonna be two grown-ups having a teenage relationship. Two grown-ups living like teenagers in a relationship. That's what it's gonna be. You know why? Because that's the level of conversation that is being had. That is the level of conversation. You see? Block it. Yes, sir. Hashtag block it. What up, Jay Sean? Salute. Block her ass. Get used to using that button, fella, especially if you're single. Get used to using that block button. Block. 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 Get used to blocking. And let them feel how they want to feel. Because guess what? That's what they say when they do it to you. Oh, well, he'll get over it. So will she. Block it. She probably got another nigga to call anyway. And if she don't, so what? That ain't none of your concern. Because I only could spend 15 minutes with you outside of the bedroom until I'm tired of sitting around your ass. I start getting irritated. Why? Because the level of conversation is remedial. 6th grade conversations, 9th grade conversations. I might be going too far with 9th grade. Because some of you niggas ain't been past the 9th grade. I might be going too far with the 9th grade. Yeah. Yeah. Once the conversation changes, the relationship changes. And it either changes for the better or for the worse. But that all depends on the quality of conversation. Blocker, blocker. Blocker, blocker. Right. Job course, dropout jargon. Come on, bro. Just a bunch of setback conversations. Setback conversations. Because it's all about fun. That's not what a relationship is built on. It's not. It's work. It's work. Interpersonal work. So, fellas, if she's not willing, the willingness Guess what you do? Block. Block. If you can't take her serious past the bedroom, block. And you already know this, fellas. We just got to be honest with ourselves. See what happens with us is we lie to ourselves. We lie. That's why we lie to them. We lie to ourselves and then we lie to them and then we make them think they're important to us when the hell we know they're not. And then this is how she can turn around and say, you did it to her. You see? Got to stop putting yourself in this trick bag, fellas. Got to stop doing this. When she don't make the cut. That's it. Clipped. A clipuation. That's what it should be. No longer a situation, a clipuation. Clip. What's up, NICU grad? Block jitsu. Yes. Block. Because actually, fellas, what are you actually going to get out of this? Let's just be honest now. Now, let's talk some reality on some real life events that happens when we don't block. Guess what we do? We lie to ourselves and then we lie to her so we could keep having sex, and then she start developing feelings because y'all keep having sex. But you ain't got no feelings. You a man. When you have sex, you don't get feelings. You're not a woman. You're not a woman. So now she's creating scenarios in her mind because you lying, nigga. Because you lying. And now she thinks that she can put problems in your life because she kept giving you her vagina. Nigga. And don't add logic to it. Just leave it at what I said. Because you niggas always try to justify doing the wrong thing. Well, that don't make sense, DS1. Nigga, you trying to justify lying. I said stop lying. Because that's what creates the chaos, nigga. Now she's stabbing your car tires, busting your windows out, chasing you down the block, trying to run you over. Stop lying, nigga. All you had to do was go block. That's all you had to do. And you wouldn't have had to worry about the rage of Carrie. You wouldn't have had to worry about the bride of Chucky chasing you down the goddamn road. Because you knew she didn't make the cut. You knew. Outside of entertainment, y'all ain't talking about shit. So why you do it to yourself, bro? Why you put these problems in your life, bro? And these women are telling us now, nigga, don't put this problem in your life. I hear women say it. I hear women say it. Nigga, you lie to me, I'ma hurt you. They tell you now. They're telling you. So that means what? They're telling you within what? Conversation. And you not listening, nigga. Because you looking at them yoga pants. You not listening. She already told you. Nigga, if I find out you lying to me, I'ma stab you. She already told you. You won't hit the block button after you heard that shit. You start giggling. Oh, you spicy. No, nigga, you goofy. You about to be a victim. Because you not paying attention to what? Conversation. Conversation. You don't even know you inviting a goddamn threat into your life. This woman will stab you and go to the crazy house. And you be dead as a doorknob. And she be in Bellevue. Talking about, what happened? Where am I? You dead. Because you not paying attention to conversation. See that? Once the conversation changed, so does the relationship. Once I hear you say some crazy shit, oh, for real? Block. Oh, that's the type of time you on? Pew. Block it. You will be blocked. Blocked and ghost. Pew. I think some men love the game. They like the feeling of getting over on someone. Oh, okay. Okay. Boot camp says DS1 facts. That's exactly what they say. You'll be all right. Really uncaring. Gather yourself, brothers, and move on because karma is coming. You keep it true. Good vibes. Salute, boot camp. Yeah. And guess what? This is why you just move away. Block and go. Like a lineman. Block and keep going. You know, we running a sweep. We out of here. We out of here. Right, the Dikembe Mutombo level of block. Not in my house. Mm-hmm. If you can't make the conversation cut, you cut. And this is how we got to become, fellas. This is how we got to become. She started, why we always got to talk about this type of stuff? Clip. Clip them. Just like they say, they ain't dating no broke niggas. Ain't no broke niggas getting their attention. Good. Immature ignoramus won't get none of my time. Block. Matter of fact, I don't want your time. I don't want nothing from you. Nothing. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. I don't want nothing. What up, Eric Deadman? I appreciate it. He says what's crazy is I know women with master's degrees that can't talk politics or history, only vacations and housewives or black ink in restaurants. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Eric Deadman. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. What up, Mr. D? Mr. D says the movie Fatal Attraction was based on real life. Absolutely. And Acrimony. You ever saw that movie Acrimony? That's real spill right there too. Self University says sometimes you have to take a break from relationships. Absolutely you do. That's a personal thing. That's something we got to be honest with ourselves with. And if you talking to a female, let her know that. Be real. It's a whole ego trip watching someone go crazy over them. Really? Sounds personal, NICU grad. That sounds personal, man. Sounds like a man had you go crazy over them. And it sounds like he wasn't even worth it. Sorry, NICU grad. What up, Fierce Soul? Salute, my brother. Oh, you. Oh. It didn't happen to you. You saw it. We've all saw it. We've all saw it. We've all saw it. Bro said like clockwork. We've all saw it. We've even saw it recently. Sure. I was going to bring this up in a video, but I'm not even going to do a video about it because it's not even video work. But this is what's currently happened with Hitmaker, aka Young Berg, the producer. He just got attacked by Tink, his ex-girl. He broke up with her. This woman followed him to Mexico on his birthday and beat him up. Beat him up. We all know how little Young Berg is. So let's not sit here and say, oh, she didn't beat him up. Number one, Tink is from Chicago. Number one. She came up in that drill era. She just never did drill rap. But she came out around Keith and all of them times too. She's from Chicago. Y'all can go and look the story up. Yeah, she beat Young Berg up, bro. You know his name is Hitmaker now. It's not Young Berg. It's Hitmaker because he's a producer. Beat him up. His face was like out the hair. Had whole face swollen. Beat him up. Because he don't want to be with her no more. Beat him up. Beat him up. So we've all saw it in I See You Grad. Shout out to my brother Ebo, man. I appreciate the super chat. He says, clip him. Like that funky black toenail on that hoof you call a foot. Shout out to my guy Ebo. Clip him. Block it. Yeah, Hitmaker. Tink is from the shop. In fact, DS1, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a music connoisseur, so I know women from Chicago and the suburbs that have beaten up on dudes. Come on. Facts. A lot of the women that's in the suburbs of Illinois are from Chicago. A lot of them moved from the city to the suburbs. Mama Duck live in the suburbs. All the drillers live in the suburbs. You know? And I See You Grad says, I was going to say Erica Mena in Safari. Really? That's a bad example, and I See You Grad. That's a bad example. That's a bad example, ma'am. Bad example. I swear it seems like the women went back to the 1950s putting their hands on men. What? Man, listen. Listen, man. It's embarrassing for a man to say that his woman is hitting him. It is embarrassing, bro. It's embarrassing. That's why most dudes don't call the cops. But now that's the best option. Now that's the best option because it'll save your life and it'll protect your freedom. This is just something we had to learn as men. But that shit been happening to men for years. But it's an ego and a pride thing, so men don't say nothing. But you better start saying something. Your ass will end up dead, and she'll end up in a crazy house. And in the next 3 years, she'll be back on the street. You'll be dead forever, nigga. You better call them police officers. You better. That's what they're for. I don't want to hear none of that. That's what they're for. Okay? When she get the raising her voice and jumping up all in your face and get to doing all it, you could call the cops on her ass too. That's what they're for. Because she can kill you and say she was under distress and get away with it, nigga. You can't. So you better use them. You better use them 3 numbers. You better use them. Call me what you want. But guess what? I'm alive. Huh. I'm not injured. You heard? Call me what you want. I don't care about none of that. Hitmaker from the Shy too. He had to ditch Young Berg due to the beef and bad rap. Yeah, that's true. He got into a lot of beef when he was Young Berg. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that was the best decision for him too. Because Young Berg always did beats too. He always did beats too. So I think that was the best decision for him. And the way he rebranded himself was masterful, man. He one of the top producers in the game, man. Top producers in the game. He's actually been producing all of these hits we've been hearing for like the past 5 years. It's been Hitmaker. It's been Hitmaker. It's been Hitmaker. And they're willing to have a public perception change to protect it. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's true. I had a woman tell me until her man called the police on her, she didn't learn. But when she had to spend her own money getting out of trouble, that's when she learned. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yeah, we gonna call him, L'Oreal. Sure is. I'm gonna protect my life. I'm a civilian. If I'm attacked, I'm calling. Especially if I'm attacked by a woman. Now, I don't know about no dudes. I don't know about all that. But a woman, I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. You hit me, I'm calling the cops on you. Straight up. You hit me, I'm calling the cops on you. You can say what you want to say. You can say what you want to say. But be happy you can still say something after putting your hands on me. That's what you need to be grateful for. I'm calling the cops, man. See? Because your jaw could still move. So be happy I called the cops. Okay? Because remember, you put your hands on me. Remember that. So be happy you still could talk. You know, you're not drinking Nutriments 3 times a day and Inshores and shit and blended up fried chicken. So be happy I called the police, because that's what we're supposed to do, man. You call them. But guess what? We don't have to worry about that. You know why? Because before we get there, bloque. See, the reason why we get all the way to them putting their hands on us is because we ignored all the other shit. We ignored when the conversation wouldn't change. We ignored all the shit. We ignored it. And all of that led up to the season finale. What is the season finale? You could have clipped that shit early. Block. Oh, you one of those flying off at your mouth types. Block. If you can't keep your mouth civilized, I know you can't keep your hands to yourself. I know you can't keep your hands to yourself. Block. You get all irate and block. Straight up. Because once the conversation changes, so does the relationship. And this is why you better get on up out of there. Once you start noticing, just go ahead and go. Listen, it's best we just move on. This is not going to work. Let's move on. Don't start, getting serious and And then when you nervous, nigga, you want to back out because you niggas do that too. You get all you get nervous because you don't know if you can handle, you don't know if you can manage. You see? See, today's show go both ways. This goes for the women too. If all this nigga could talk about is NBA 2K, Black and Mouse, Zaza, and Gucci belts, and listen to what I said. Talk about. So it don't matter if he got a job, he got a nice car. I said talk. Conversation. See, this how y'all get fooled. You let the nigga sit there and talk about nothing to you because you're sitting there mesmerized by the Audi. Oh, I'm in an Audi. Oh my God. And this nigga sitting there saying absolutely nothing. This nigga is totally not interested. He's just waiting for the sex to begin. That's why he has nothing to say. But you don't see it because you're mesmerized by the car and his job. This is why I said conversation. Conversation. Once the conversation changes, okay, so this ain't got nothing to do with his money. This ain't got nothing to do with it. Once the conversation changes, so does the relationship. So we ain't got to keep hearing, well, he made me think. No, he ain't make you think shit. You believed it. You believe some imaginary shit. That's what you did. He ain't make you believe nothing. Because the nigga ain't even talk to you about shit. He ain't even talk to you about nothing. So what he made you believe? He make you believe nothing. See? So once the conversation changes, so does the relationship, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. I appreciate y'all for coming through to today's show. I stayed a lot longer than I expected. Shout out to everyone in the building. Yeah, that uncouth mouth. Uh-huh. Wrap them up. Block. Better use that block button, fellas. L'Oreal says, watch them. Those ladies who got slippery hands like the abused kids. Watch them. That's a whole nother show. I'm not even going to go there, L'Oreal. I'm going to leave that between you and the women. I'm going to stay out of that one. I'm going to stay out of that one. Club Fortune says, one of the more underrated hip-hop rebrands and pivot. Facts. Very underrated, bro. Very underrated. It's not even mentioned. His rebranding and blow up is not even mentioned, bro. Not even mentioned. And as I said, he is the top producer in the music business and has been for the past 5 years now. Nobody has been dropping bombs like Hitmaker. And I'm talking about back to back. Back to back. Doing whole albums. That sound that we hear now, that's Hitmaker. That's Hitmaker's sound. That's his sound. What star don't have a Hitmaker beat? Man, shout out to everyone, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to today's show. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to today's show, man. Shout out to everyone for coming through. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't yet. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share today's show. Share today's show. Share today's show. Don't forget, get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think of today's show. Let me know what you think of today's show. Shout out to everyone who has financially supported today's show, whether you hit the super chat, whether you hit the PayPal, whether you hit the Venmo. It's very much appreciated. It's very much appreciated. Salute to everyone and their financial support. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget, get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think of today's show. If you are new here, welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm the host, DS1 Ross, of course. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all you visionaries, man. Shout out to my lovely mods for always coming through and holding down the chizat. Make sure y'all check out yesterday's show. Miss Camille dropped the link in the chat room. Y'all just scroll up and find the link and click the link to yesterday's show. Check out yesterday's show. Yeah, he did. He been Love and Hip Hop. But I appreciate y'all. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.